They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Handoff headed left to Benson. He's only going to manage to get back to the line. Ed Oliver there to make the stop. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Benson once more. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
1st down, and they go right back to him. And this is a nice gain that stopped at the 47. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. It's an option to the left side. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. That'll be the end of one here in our Thanksgiving night game. Neither side separating much so far. We'll return to historic Lambeau Field after this. Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Dolphin football as we begin. They have 3rd and 4 to start out. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Looks like they will indeed try it. 4th and 2. They're going for this. Connects with Johnson. And he's out of bounds. That is not going to be enough. He made a bid for it, but he was a couple yards short. That's a turnover. New set of downs for him from the 46.
On the quick, right?
They've got a man in motion. Stroud from the pistol. He's on the move. And he slides down with enough to pick up that first. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it'll be 1st down, Packers.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide to practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
All right.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Here's Stroud now. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he'll take this one in for the Green Bay touchdown. The Packers can tie it up in the 2nd after cutting into the lead. Chris Olave with the touchdown. Ryland now for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Packers tie things up at 14. All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. Return starts at the 3. They get to him before that return can amount to much, just beyond the 15-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Back now, pressure on its way. Snared by the running back. Here's Trey Benson. The defenders are there to get him at the line. Ed Oliver there to make the stop.
You know, I've learned over the years, defensively, they call that the camera club. How many different guys can get rallying to the football? So that last shot you see on camera, you see as many defenders keeping that to a 0-yard gain. That's well done defensively.
Second and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here.
Let's go.
Pickens motioning left. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. That one's cut along the left sideline. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It goes for a 38-yard pickup. And it'll be 1st down, Miami. So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot. Benson on 1st and 10. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Staying on the ground with Benson. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just 1 yard on the play, though. That leaves him with 3rd down and 6 to go.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Complete over the middle. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag. So they'll decline this and take the results. Running it after the penalty. And they had that one contained right at the line. Stopped by Grady Jarrett. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Big man up front said, not in my house. Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this, it's over. Over.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
That sure ended up being worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. Just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Thrown on it, and there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. Oh, man, I'm having to hold my partner back after this one. Captain Fundamental not happy that he didn't take the time to stop and get set before delivering that football. Gotta think that in part led to the turnover.
Yeah, Captain Fundamental because I couldn't run. Kind of like Tom Brady, right? But he's the essence of it. He's the GOAT. Why? Because he sets his feet. He's so fundamentally sound. The chance of interception so much higher when your fundamentals are no good.
It's okay, partner. It's gonna be okay. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. We're to the 2-minute warning from Lambeau. The Packers with a long ways to go for a score. All right, I'll set up now. 1st and 10. To the air, Stroud. He's trying to push the field. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
I don't fault the look downfield at all. I mean, that was just a situation there where it's a better defensive play than the offense executing.
Stroud to throw again on 2nd. Catch made by Mitchell. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that's good for a Green Bay 1st down.
You just got to love that angle route. It's been around a long time, but think about it defensively, Kate. How many times you see the backs out of the backfield or just run to the flat? The great running backs know how to plant their foot, sell that flat route, break it off to an angle, and break off the 1st down.
And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Here's Stroud on 1st and 10. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Here we go. Alert the hot.
2nd and 10, Stroud to throw. That's going to be caught by Cooks. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. The Packers take their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
From the gun, Stroud. This finds Mitchell complete. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. The Packers trying to hurry to the line. Working inside the red zone. Escapes the pocket. Decent yardage picked up here before he slides down to avoid the tackle. Timeout taken by the offense, their 2nd. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Here's Stroud. This throw is caught. It's a Green Bay touchdown. Ryland now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Packers break that tie and now lead by 7. All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. His return starts at the 5. Big lick from the coverage team there. That's going to stop the return before it can get to the 30. Last drive of the half isn't going to be long. 14 seconds remaining. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. And that's going to fall incomplete. We're down to 9 seconds left.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
He sent a man in motion. Left side, caught by Metcalf. All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. He'll throw it. And he's not going to get something done. They take him down. So that's how our first half's going to end. A momentum-building play for their defense. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. The Dolphins have their kickoff team out as they kick it away. On the return, here's Jones. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go, let's go.
Mitchell gets it from the gun. And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
Putting a receiver in motion.
A little more. Why, Tony?
Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. That's going to be caught by Mitchell. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like, the 40-yard line. A 9-yard gain and good for a 1st down. Shotgun now for Stroud. Finds a seam down the middle. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain. Might be trying to power this across, Brock. They've got 3 tight ends out there. It's 1st and goal.
Here we go.
Inside handoff goes to Madison. Has the Green Bay touchdown. The Packers grow the lead coming out of halftime. Ryland now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Packers double their lead to 14. All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. Kickoff taken at the 3. Big shot at the end of that return as he gets it just past the 20. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Hand off to Benson from the gun. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Going to be 2nd down.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They go play action here. He fires one deep down the left sideline. Caught along the left sideline, but he did not get both feet in. That's incomplete. Brings up 3rd down.
Well, that's a nice job by the defense, Kate, to actually use the 12th defender, and that is the sideline. That throw didn't give the receiver enough real estate to establish possession, and the defense understanding how to use the boundary.
They'll throw on 3rd and long. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. They're going for this. Forced out to his right. And they won't do it. That ball's incomplete on 4th down. They're out and set. 1st and 10.
All right.
Running out of the gun with Mitchell. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule. That kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
11.
From the 21. On the move, headed right. Now here he goes. And he's got it inside the 15 before going out. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the 1st down. Running back sent in motion. First down, Stroud. And he will score. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers stretch their lead to a 3-score advantage. It's a Tez Walker touchdown. Ryland now for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Packers stretch their lead to 21. All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. On the return, here comes McKenzie. And he'll break the 15, but not get much further. Tough field position to start this one out. Didn't get that one off in time. This is going to be a delay of game. So the defense decides to decline the penalty. And that penalty is going to go ahead and put them right back where they started. It's 1st and 10 again. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Rolling out to his left. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Couldn't make the connection. Was looking for Lad McConkey. So it'll be 2nd down.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Throwing now, off play action. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Looking at a tough spot to punt it away if this 3rd down is unsuccessful. Here's Willis. He's going deep this time. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. Could not beat the defender there. And that brings up 4th and long. So the Dolphins readying for the punt. And this somehow is only going to be our first punt of the game. Punt meets him at the 28. And he gets him something back on that return. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield. Good return here of 19 yards. And the Packers will take over possession. Football on that 47-yard line. 1st down.
All right. Under. Look the hot.
Here's Stroud now. He's on the move.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches.
Go.
Mitchell takes it straight ahead. And he works this to the 38 before going down. Working quickly here. Stroud throwing here on 1st. Olave with the catch. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there. Searching for Chris Olave with that one. And it's going to be 2nd down.
Why, Tony. That's right. Hey, south.
Throwing from the gun here. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stroud. Finds him over the middle. And he gets this forward to the 19. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
It's 4th down. 19 Texas. Taxi, taxi. Hey.
Stroud now on 4th down. That's caught beyond the marker. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. One quarter left until we see... They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal.
Here we go. Good.
To the air yet again, it's Stroud. Has it in close. Touchdown, Green Bay. Ryland now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Packers continue piling on to this lead. All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. Return coming from the 6. Great vision gets him across midfield. At the 20. There it is. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins making the scoreboard look a touch better. Ladd McConkey with a touchdown. Pass on for the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Dolphins cut the lead by a quarter. Down now to 21. Not really much of an avenue left for a comeback in this one, but they still have to try the onside kick here. And the Packers are able to recover the kick. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Man in motion here. Here's Stroud on 1st and 10. Catch made by Cooks. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Mitchell up the middle. Oh, baby, he gets rocked and the ball is out. And it's a turnover. The defense has it.
Well, sure, you're looking to try to get a 1st down on 2nd down. You're trying to create a manageable 3rd down, but I'll tell you what you're not trying to do, ever, is give the ball away. And that's what the offense does to the defense right there.
They've got a man in motion. Metcalf there to bring it in. He could do it! And he'll take this across. Touchdown, Miami! The Dolphins get it back to within 2 possessions. Ladd McConkey with a touchdown. His 3rd total score in this game. That one splits the uprights. And the Dolphins get it back to a 14-point game. They recognize the situation they're in now. After that score, they're going to try to get it right back. And the Packers are able to recover the kick. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
All right.
From the gun, Stroud. Catch made by Mitchell. And he's taken down at the 30. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
They send a man in motion. Looking to throw, Stroud. He sends this one to the end zone. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. So second down coming up.
Robin. Look the hot. Buggy. Hey, Uno Mars.
To the air, Stroud. That throw finds Okonkwo. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
South. Here we go.
On the handoff, here's Mitchell. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
All right.
He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. Picked off by Derek Stingley Jr. Hits the 20. And forget the interception. He makes this a pick-6 touchdown. So now a big spot for the Dolphins here as they line up for 2. He's throwing for it. Chased out to his right. He's got it. Looks like both feet were in, and that's going to get them 2 points. All right, partner, it's only 1 extra point on the scoreboard, but come on. If you're the team who just turned it over, how much worse is it seeing them add on 2 there instead of just the extra point?
Oh, it stings. I don't think there's any question about it because not only do you not execute offensively, your defense doesn't do it either. So you kind of just smack them both right in the face, and yeah, that one hurts a little bit more.
1st and 10 now from the 30.
Tony, here we go. South.
Fresh off the pick, here's Stroud. And no luck there, and that throw falls to the ground.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
All right.
Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. This finds Cooks, complete. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Offense up to the line fast.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Back to throw it. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he'll take this one in for the Green Bay touchdown. The Packers make it a 2-possession game here in the 4th. Chris Olave with the touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. So the Packers showing faith in their offense as they decide to go for 2.
For the 2-point conversion.
Texas. 11.
Shotgun now for Stroud. And he has it inside the end zone. That's going to add 2 to their lead here late. Well, he just caught them the touchdown, Brock. Defense obviously aware of him as they line up for 2. How did they lose him? How did they get it right back to him for the conversion?
Because he's that good. In moments like this, Cade, it's not even about the play, it's about the player. And when you got a player of this caliber, you find every way to get it to him. And just because he scored the touchdown doesn't mean you don't go right back to that well. I love it.
And he had everyone thinking 6 before they finally get to him and stop that return.
You know, Kate, it's fun talking to these elite kick returners over the years and how much they visualize. As they're sitting back there waiting for the kickoff return, they're visualizing, well, a house call. And there was some serious explosiveness from him on that one. He may not have gotten all the way to the house, but he's setting his offense up in the red zone, which is pretty darn good. Well, you don't get the first down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right. They win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
Oh, they're going option to the left side on second. And he hits the deck behind the line, avoiding a tackle, but losing yards in the process.
Send a pretty clear message to the QB right there on that one. No one fooled for a second as they create the tackle for loss.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Quickly looking left, and it's complete. And he pushes it all the way to the goal line, but goes out at the 1. A gain of 5, Brock, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. They'll run here. It's Benson. Takes it in. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins now within 1 score in the 4th. Trey Benson, the touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
On the quick, right?
Throwing is Stroud. Escapes the pocket. Gets out of harm's way after stringing together some nice yards on that run. So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from Green Bay. Packers up by 8.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock. You know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that, and it's a good thing you woke up to it. Able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
Hey, uno. Look the hot, look the hot. Buggy.
They're just going to let the clock run out and take this delay. Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now.
Uno more. All right.
Throwing now from the gun. That one's cut along the left sideline. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. With 1:54 remaining, the defense burns a timeout. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Still has some space inside the 35. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Miami calls a timeout here. It's 2nd. Handoff here to Mitchell. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. The defense takes its 3rd and final timeout. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
Oh, ready?
Again, this is Mitchell. And he's brought down for a loss. The rookie out of UCLA in on the stop.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused. And they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a 4th down.
Badgley able to knock it through. And it's now a 2-possession game as the lead grows to 11.
That kick right there, Kate, it was a crucial one that really just caused their odds of winning this game to jump substantially. Now we've got a 2-score game. It really leaves no room for error for this opposing offense as they prepare to take the field.
All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. And that kick goes out of bounds. They're going to get great field position out of this. Well, we knew it, Brock, and now they know it too. That one was on their defense. First and 10 from the 41.
Let's go now. Buffalo 18.
Willis. Buys time, rolling right. Cut for big yards on the right side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. One final shot here. And that pass falls incomplete. Well, they kept trying. They kept taking shots at the very end. But now we have reached that end. This one's over. So a historic venue in football sees yet another win as the Packers take this one at Lambeau.
I ain't seen real problems since seen nothing. I ain't seen real. I ain't seen real problems since stripping up grades. I just be making up different reasons for my nieces. For my day, I pick enough to keep it up, but ain't no thing straight. Cause ain't no reason for this money to stay. Like, what you want? What you want? I got Jesus giving money, what you want? I've been sitting and pitching this for a reason to cry. So I'ma say, yeah, I love you, but keep a look on my eye. Cause I can never really want you unless it's money or pride. So when I say I really love you, boy, just know it's a lie. Like, I ain't mean it. I ain't mean it. I just need another reason for a sequence. Another bag, another season, another description, another feeling. Boy, God, I gave him a lot, but I keep.
Homie got a pump cause he got no. Homie stay trippin' cause I got no funds. Homie got a pump cause he got no. Homie stay trippin' cause I got no funds. Homie got a bump with it ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump with it ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump with it ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump with it ain't not fun. Boy, can I drop your bag, sass? I've been here from the start. A little snapback, homie, with a plug in his heart. Took these Billy Strum cards and now they rip me apart. Now they run around in circles like them kids in the park. Now I'm afraid of the dark. There ain't no monster inside. I pray to Jesus Christ, homie, they just keep me alive. Why you keep it 53? Cause I've been wrestling with pride. I try to keep it like I'm Texas, got the stop on my side. Girl, you know I'm a saint, so why you giving me hell? My uncle back up on the block and now they begging for bail. He always calling me for paper cause he know I'm the trail. Now I'm eating my McDonald's, I was fresh out of jail. Now I made it out of chump, at least I know I'm up. Boy, thump, like my neighbor's jumper up a pump. Boy, I bump in that Billy Strong, he ain't know he ain't thump. He just grabbed the pump and made it go dumb. Got a pump cause he got no. Homie stay trippin' cause I got no funds. Homie got a pump cause he got no. Homie stay trippin' cause I got no funds. Homie got a bump with it ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump with it ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump with it ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump with it ain't not fun.
I'm an airport baby, I'm too fly to count. Counting the cash, yeah, it's too high to count. I'm dealing with a fake, yeah, they too fake to doubt. Acting like they are what they not for their clout. They just suckin' my blood, they can love what you count. Flowing like water, three with the smiles, all the ops gonna plow. They all in the sewers, the sounds in the clouds. I'ma stay down to the sound, to the sound, to the sound. On the floor to the steps, build up, with the pain to the steps, got no paper, told him quit the pocket, watching jeans ripping at the seams, holding on some dead foes, schizophrenic with the bag, listen to the money, nigga praying every day, glad to say I was broke, tell him battle, now I got my bands up, 1000 on the bill, just to keep the pants up, only on the real note, I couldn't fake what I've been doing, all my real ones know, this nigga riding for his 53, I'm throwing up, they see the chain, I keep it tough, say she feeling little nigga, try look, say she love me for my smile, so I'm looking mean as seen the days squawking, so I'm keeping feathers plucked.
Boy, I got a bump with it ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump fun. Boy, I got a bump with it ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump fun.
Flip mode. 9-7. Bust a bus. Hot. Check it out. Hit you with no delay into what you saying, yo. Silly with your ice, grilly with the dilly, yo. When I be on the mic, yes, I do my duty, yo. While up in the club like we while in the studio. You don't wanna violate, baby, really and truly, yo. My main thug, Bill and Julio, he moody, yo. Type of brother that'll be with the real shook, scared to death, act, yo. X that, look at shorty, she a little cutie, yo. The way she make me wanna get all in the, yo. Top mistress of the videos, while I'm with my freak like we up in the freak shows. Hit you with the make you feel it all in your toes. Hot, got all my people in red clothes. Metaphors when I formulate my flows. If you don't know, you're messing with lyrical player pros. Do like you really wanna party with me? Let me see just what you got for me. Put all your hands where my eyes can see. Straight buck wildin' in the place to be. If you really wanna party with me, let me see just what you got for me. Put all your hands where my eyes can see. Straight buck wildin' in the place to be. If you really wanna party with me, ain't God we trust. Yo, it's a must that you heard of us, yo, we murder us. A lot of people is wondering and they're curious. I mean, in my unit do it is so mysterious. Furious, all of my people is serious. Shook others be walking around fearing us. Front, baby, like you don't wanna be hearing us. Gotta listen to Harry, he'll be playing us. 30 times a day to make you delirious. Damaging everything all up in your area. Yo, it's funny how all the be always serving us. All up in between they where they wanna carry us. Hit you good, then I hit them off with the alias. Various they wanna marry us. Yo, it's flip mode, you stupid, you know we bout to bust. 7-figure money, the label preparing us. Fight the dust instead of you making the fuss. People know better cause they ain't no comparing us. Mad at us, yes you know better, we fabulous. Hit my people off with the flow, that be marvelous. My whole clique victorious. Taking no prisoners with us, straight up warriors. When I feel it, then I know you be feeling so glorious. Then we blitz and reminisce on my people notorious.
You really wanna party like that? Let me see just what you got for me. Put all your hands with my eyes to see. Straight buck wildin' in the place to be. If you really wanna party with me, let me see just what you got for me. Put all your hands with my eyes to see. Straight buck wildin' in the place to be. If you really wanna party with me.
That underground music, riding in the hood, not used. Tighten up, you a lose. I approve. I bet I stepped and approved. Straight underground, make all you haters get down. You understand what I'm saying?
I can show you lame, how to do this. Stack your money up, be about your business. They come with a wish list. They come with a wish list. I can show you lame, how to do this. Stack your money up, be about your business. They come with a wish list. They come with a wish list. Hey, I met this girl the other night. She said she wanted me and money white. Respectfully declined because I said I got a wife. She said she wanted man, her best friend is going around the way. I started hearing about her type. Always with the ball players, that's the one she likes. She got it done, and I guess they look alright. They call her princess, but she down in every. In and out of DMs, tryna be a rapper. She won't get the W, I skirt off when I see him. I know it's gonna get worse when I start doing Coliseums. Gonna be, I just call it how I see him. Let me clarify, I ain't talking about all women. Some just wanna settle down and have a couple cheering. For all my rapper homies, just be careful while you touring. You meet a pretty girl, but her intentions ain't the purest. I can show you lame, how to do this. Stack your money up, be about your business. They come with a wish list. They come with a wish list. I can show you lame, how to do this. Stack your money up, be about your business. They come with a wish list. They come with a wish list.
Hey, second phone buzzing, just delete the other number, yeah. Cruising at 103 till I seen them team that went the record. She was peeking out the cover. She said, Gigi, wait, you grew up down the street, my uncles up her brothers. I said, jumping back, been lit. You at? She was just running, Emmett Smith, running back. She gotta make it. Rubbing it just caught up. Then she got me playing down, painting nails, calling me sound like the heads of the way I be chasing. You know she got them
Brands of the bed.
I'm in Miami, so know the
Fans of the
I caught her door back with a 50, she wanted the. She said, who? About to make me cancel this L. She said, hood is on, but she in a condo that her buddy own. Payment good, if she good is gone, boy, you should've known. Calling me up on 50 phones, foot on all these. Never let them keep me on my tippy toes.
I can show you lame, how to do this. Stack your money up, be about your business. They come with a wish list. They come with a wish list. I can show you lame, how to do this. Stack your money up, be about your business. They come with a wish list. They come with a wish list.
Running through his mind all day, I'm tired. I'm the boss now, do higher. Hang the phone up, I'm so wired. Couldn't sleep, my floor's too high up. I got keys, that girl's on fire. Who's the boss? I got 5 on me, like what's the cost? I'm at 5 hotel in a suite, I'm lost in white. Get down sheets, I got stripes on my cheeks, Hermes fur on my up. Every time we hear me, we turning up. Every time you see me, I look like Bugs. Pound my friends in a big black truck. I'm Vanessa, I like salsa. I'm a dancer. You pay fees for my big show in Ibiza for my leisure. Listen, I don't do arguments in my relationships. I'm lit. You don't want me standing on this and say something. I'm rich. It don't make no sense how I make this. I'm lit. I don't do two-face unless the face card on my wrist. She ate away. She ate away. She ate away. She ate away. Take my keys, I'm not going home. Please stop blowing up my celly phone. Take my keys, I'm not going home. Please stop blowing up my celly phone. She ate away. She ate away. She ate away. She ate away.
Broken glass of a bottle makes a Jagger rock. Right now I got two shaky hands, only one way to stop. And I haven't touched it for 7 hours, 3 minutes. Hardly up, already wanna quit quitting. Sweating in an old church basement, wishing I was. Never thought I'd say this.
Hello, my name's Jason.
And I've been losing myself, I've been losing my mind. And I've been standing in the rain just trying to stay. I was so ashamed to be in this seat till I met a man who was 20 years. He said everybody here's felt the same defeat. Nobody walks through these doors on a winning streak. Hold on, hold on. Hold on, hold on. The broken man in the mirror can't look at me 'cause he's guilty. And I swear that the last couple months that tried to kill me. By the time I saw it coming, it was done with already. It's hard to run from it when it runs in the family. A problem with 1,000 more it's causing. Damn, it's exhausting. This is why I walked in.
Thanks for letting me share, y'all.
And I've been losing myself, I've been losing my mind. And I've been standing in the rain just trying to stay. I was so ashamed to be in this seat till I met a man who was 20 years. He said everybody here's felt the same defeat. Nobody walks through these doors on a winning streak. I'm tired of being broken. I'm sick of feeling hopeless. Way down here at my lowest. At the end of my road. At the end of my road. So what do I do? So what do I do? What do I do? And I've been losing myself, I've been losing my mind. And I've been standing in the rain just trying to stay. I was so ashamed to be in this seat till I met a man who was 20 years. He said everybody here's felt the same defeat. Nobody walks through these doors on a winning streak. Hold on, hold on. Hold on, hold on.
Passport stamp, let's do the money dance. Back in, call your friend, now we in France. International man, tats on my hand. Take a trip with a pilot, I tell you when we land. You know I'm down with the whales, I be by the sand. On sun, yeah, it's blowing in the wind. What you doing? We kung fu and I beat it up. They never heard me on the beat when it's speeded up. 100 racks on the plate, she gon' eat it up. Yeah, I'm all in, like all night. Throw the racks up, make it fall right. And if you take a shot, make sure you hold the ball right. 1-800, yeah, bad, my type. My type, yeah, it's my type. I love the way that she put it all on me. The best things don't come from free.
100 racks, she be dancing. 100 racks, she should take chances. 100 racks, she's in this whip. 100 racks, she can get this all night. All night. All night.
You can tell when it's Tokyo, it's all heat. Don't ride in the back, jump in the front seat. By the end of the night, she gon' love me. She don't even know me, she wanna hug me. It's a vision, little baby, I'm moving cozy. Most solid in the game, it can't fold me. How you do it, it's so fluid, let's get to it. If you want something, gotta commit to it. This is something that jam to and sip to it. I can show you how to do it, take you right to it. Made the wheels in it, got a twist to it. This ain't Big Shine, but I'm making good music. How you keep rhyming, man, I'm used to it. You should be too, I like it see-through. And if we dancing on the floor, I'ma need you. And if we dancing on the floor, I'ma need you.
100 racks, she be dancing. 100 racks, she should take chances. 100 racks, she's in this whip. 100 racks, she can get this all night. All night. All night. 100 racks, she be dancing. 100 racks, she should take chances. 100 racks, she's in this whip. 100 racks, she can get this all night. All night. All
I wanna try to beat the force. I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you look a piece. Wanna see some more? 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 Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you look a piece. Wanna see some more?
Don't be afraid of the bounce. See when your things levels gotta change to get mouth. How can I walk in doubt? Never been a beg, never been a loud mouth. Pen can go for days. I'm obsessed with it, can't change my ways. So blessed with it, what can I say? Top form staying in shape.
I wanna try to beat the force. I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you look a piece. Wanna see some more? 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 Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you look a piece. Wanna see some more?
I'm gonna run it up, though you know your fun is up. James knew back when I was coming up, didn't wanna know then. Now I bet they're loving us no more. No R&R, the bar is raised. If you know me, know I can bar for days. Nothing there to prove, cause I've done enough. Lights out, still gonna keep the torch. Show you a little piece, wanna see some more?
I wanna try to beat the force. I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you a little piece, wanna see some more? 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 Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you a little piece, wanna see some more? Show you a little piece, wanna see some more? I wanna try to beat the force. I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you a little piece, wanna see some more? 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 Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you a little piece, wanna see some more? See some, see some. I never mind if people change. I wanna try and heal my pain. How do you buy what can't be sold? How can you lie to me in my face? In my face, in my face, in my face, in my face. That's how I'm still gonna keep the torch. Show you a little piece, wanna see some more?
All right now.
Hold up, what you saying? Look up, you ain't hitting no more. Fix up with a bang. Got drip when I hit that door. You did it on me. Baby, it's the beast. Should we go up, down? You go bounce with me. Make it bounce. Hit a lesson that if you tryna do something, you gotta lead with the bounce.
There's an imposition in my mind's imagination. I hope they choke on smoke 'cause I'm smoking them like a basement. This is not rap, this is not hip-hop. Just another attempt to make the voices stop rapping to prove nothing. Just writing to say something 'cause I wasn't the only one who wasn't rushing to saying nothing. This doesn't mean I lost my dream. It's just right now I gotta really crazy mind and clean. Gangsters don't cry, therefore I'm Mr. Misty-eyed, therefore I'm Can you save my every dirty soul? Can you save inspires me like a dog inspires a rabbit. Can you save my every dirty soul? Can you save my every dirty soul? For me. Can you save my every dirty soul? For me.
appealing name in part for its considerable elevation. We're at Empower Field, Mile High here in Denver, Colorado. Chad Ryland will have the honor of getting us started. And here we go at Mile High. Starting from the 5. He stopped on the return at the 27. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
Go side. Right side.
Looking to throw right away. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw. I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12.
Go side. Right side.
Now Darnold. Complete beyond the marker. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Out of the gun, Henry. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Darnold now to throw. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Cowboys force the turnover on the first series of this game. Wow, what an exciting start to this game, Brock. Apologies to the former QB and you. It's not an opening drive touchdown, but an interception instead.
Yeah, exciting for one side. That would be the defense. Demoralizing for the other side as an offense. First salvo, listen, it goes to the defense. And now it really sets the stage for what I love and what you love, Kate. In this game of adjustments, in the game of back and forth, who's going to respond next?
Here we go.
Stroud in the air to start us off. Finding Pearsall. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 11. And that's good for a Cowboys 1st down. Back to throw. Stroud. Forced out to his right. He can run it. And he's out just a second shy of reaching the red zone. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
That's one of those occasions when you're sitting in the pocket and you're just looking for that escape valve. And then when you get it, you get space to run, and you get a 1st down. That's a big bonus for the quarterback.
Stroud throwing here on 1st. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And a big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Here we go.
Chance to stack some momentum if they can turn this turnover into 6. It's 1st and goal.
Hey, uno.
From the red zone now. On the move, headed right. Play didn't break how they wanted it, and he throws this away.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. It's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
Look at hot, look at hot.
Now it's Stroud. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Broncos have it as he records the first interception of his young career. Well, Brock, they get an early opportunity here inside the red zone, but nothing comes of it after that interception.
Yeah, no question, Kate. You expect that this won't be their last chance or the last time they get in the red zone. This will, or at least should, be the last chance that it ends in a pick. They're going to take that Microsoft Surface tablet. Everybody is. They're going to pull that play up, and most importantly, they're going to try to identify what happened so it doesn't happen again.
And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Darnold. That's going to be caught by Washington. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Jalen Petrie there on the stop.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
They made it to single yard that time. They're going to have to solve 3rd down and 4. Here's Darnold. Dumps it off to his running back. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
This dude just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
They go play action on first. Gets it to Juwan Johnson. And he's able to get this down to the 36. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains. First down, ball at the 36. Now for the first time, it's a give to the rookie from Ohio State. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
To be a stud back in this league, it takes more than just checking the athletic boxes. There's an IQ, a feel, a patience and craftiness required along with just tremendous vision. He showed all of it navigating that run up the middle.
And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. They'll have first and goal to go now after they gained 18 on the previous play.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Henry will not score. The defense holds and stops him short of that goal line.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on first down. More to come.
And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
That just might be a throw he regretted as soon as you let it go. I know that feeling. He was doing all he could to find a completion down the field, but they were all over that check down and ready to turn it into a negative play.
And he'll score. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos parlay the interception into points. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
Oh, and it's no good. So an early hiccup after the touchdown as the score will stay at 6-0. So following the missed point after, the chance to take his frustrations out on that football as he sends this away. To return this, Marcus Jones. He stopped on the return at the 27. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you've got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. From the gun, Stroud. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. So that brings up 4th and long. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. Calls fair catch and has it inside the 40-yard line. So no return on that punt. And the Broncos get set to take over. New set of downs for him at the 38. Henry gets it here to start the drive. And he drives ahead for good yardage up to the 45. It's a solid 70-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3. Here's Darnold to throw. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
From the gun on 3rd down. Flush down out to his left. He's running for it. And he winds up out of bounds, and that's going to be the end of the 1st quarter. So that connection for a first will bring us to the end of the 1st. Our score, 6-0. We'll get you back to Mile High after this. We're back, and it is Broncos football as we resume. They've got 1st and 10 here, looking to add to their lead. Darnold looking to throw. That's complete to Coleman on the slant. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the gun, a run for Henry. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Got Washington, it's complete. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Trying down the middle with Henry. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw. It's got to be one of the shortest completions I've ever seen on a curl and go. That route's like a fine wine, Kate. It gets better the longer it matures. But that court came out a little early that time, and it was only a small gain.
And he takes this one in for the Denver touchdown. The Broncos go up by 12. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. Well, Brock, he found himself some space to work, and from there, wow, all athleticism as he made his way into the end zone.
You got that right, Kate. Just that speed. You got to have some different gear when you get down here to the red zone. It's hard to score rushing touchdowns, and that running back sees the open space, he sees the green grass, and he finishes it off with 6.
All lined up and ready to boot this one away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. His return reaches that 34-yard line before he stopped.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
They're out and set, first and 10.
On the quick, right?
Shotgun now, first round. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Coaching youth football, Kate, this is where the kids like to say, it's starting to get real. It's starting to get real for this offense. They've got to find some solutions. This deficit, it's getting bigger. And that sack isn't...
They're on him again, and he goes down again. And the back-to-back sacks. Nice work by the defense there. Sets him up with a third down. They kick the running back in motion. Third and long for him here. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Dante Jackson takes it away. And the Broncos will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
Well, that's now his second time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the second on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge.
Cowboys rushing in, and they bring him down. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
It's now second and 19 at the 29-yard line.
Lady.
Another try following the sack. Catch is made in close. Touchdown, Denver. Well, Brock, not much to say other than the fact that this offense on point. They're just clicking today.
Just rolling. I mean, this is clinic. This is what I call teaching tape. Being well prepared, and more importantly, going out there and executing at a high level.
Koo with the extra point. And the Broncos push the lead to 20. Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Here's the first carry for Jonathan Taylor. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have second and 4. Running back sent in motion. Second and 4. He lets one fly deep downfield. He's got it inside the 25. And he flips the field for them before being taken down. From the pocket, looking for... And he will score! It's a Dallas touchdown! The Cowboys fighting back and shaving 6 off that lead. Ricky Pearsall with the touchdown! Ryland tacks on the extra point. And the Cowboys drop the lead back to 13. All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. Here's a return from the 7. He stopped on the return at the 27. Drive starts out with a first and 10. The drive begins with Henry. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Offense in the hurry up here.
A loss of a yard brings up second and 11 at the 26-yard line.
This is Henry on second. And he found some running room for a nice gain. The Cowboys signaling for their first time out. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Running once more with Henry. And all that for a single yard. What an effort to get what he could there. It's a gain of only 1 yard. That's going to leave him with a 4th and 2. That brings us to the 2-minute warning here at Mile High. And it's the Broncos with a 4th and 2. Here comes the Broncos punting unit. And we'll see how his debut offering goes. Kick is away, and this one might bring rain. Wow, what a kick. Now he starts from the 6. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Got every single bit of that one, didn't he? Over 70 yards on the punt. And the Cowboys will get set to go on offense. Here's Stroud on 1st and 10. That's into the hands of Moore. It's a gain of 12 there. And it'll be 1st down, Dallas. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. His quick throw knocked away, incomplete.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
He's on the move. That throw comes up short. Need a little more muscle on that one.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive down the field. Those windows and throwing lanes, Kate, are not open very long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be thrown off.
And they can't connect on the 3rd down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it, but it's incomplete, and now we've got 4th down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
To the air yet again, it's Stroud. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Talanoa Hufanga makes the play. And the Broncos are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Wow, an aggressive choice to go for it on 4th and that kind of distance. And an equally aggressive play in coverage to pick that pass off.
Yeah, that down and distance, you're not running it, right? Too far to get to the stick, so that defense had all eyes on the quarterback. They knew that pass was coming. And it's one thing to know it. It's another thing to execute it and go take it away. That's a big momentum swing for this defense.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call.
Here we go, set. Set.
Now Darnold. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete.
Defense doubled him, knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. A bit surprising. Quarterback still threw in that direction with how well that defense had that play covered.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Into double coverage. Ooh, don't want to do that, and he's there for the interception.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
All right.
Stroud off the play fake. He throws a bullet to the center of the field. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away. That makes it 2nd down. Dalton Kincaid, the intended target there. So it's 2nd down coming up.
Here we go.
Throwing is Stroud. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. On play action, here's Stroud. He's going to push one deep down. This is brought in at the 15. And he's all the way home. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys make it a 1-score game before halftime. Ryland now for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Cowboys get it back to within 6. So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. Returning it from the 4. He stopped on the return at the 27. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. He'll get this to Henry. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Stop made by C.J. Henderson. Here's 2nd and 7. Finds Mims. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that'll be good for a Denver first. Darnold now to throw. Hits his running back. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And the Broncos will have a 1st down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
They are throwing it again. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
And that is incomplete. 8 seconds left now. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Here's Darnold. They don't connect there, and now just 3 seconds showing on the clock. Trying to force one through there. And now they're left with 4th and short.
A 56-yard attempt.
Has the direction, but not the distance. It falls just short. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Taylor gets it to begin the drive. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. From the 33 on 2nd down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. Working quickly here. Throwing on 3rd down, Stroud. He's got time here. Complete beyond the marker. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's good for a Cowboys 1st down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Stroud throwing here on 1st. Chased out to his right. He's keeping it. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line.
That's just a case where you're trying to make something when there really is nothing there. There just wasn't an opening for him to work with, and he was lucky to get what he could.
From the 46. That one's incomplete over the middle.
I'll tell you this, Kate, they doubled him knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. That's doing your homework. A bit surprising QB still threw in that direction, but how well the defense had that one covered.
That's caught for the 1st. Racing down the left side. And he takes it into the end zone for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys find their way to 6. Ryland able to connect on the point after. And the Cowboys take the lead on that successful kick. All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. Return starts at the 3. This return makes it up to the 25.